as you were there between 8:26 and 8:30, so in about those 4 minutes, you would agree that your own demeanor got louder and more frustrated and upset.
Frustrated, I'm not sure is the word I would use.
Angry?
More desperate.
And you called the officers a bitch, right?
Yeah. I got quite angry after Mr. Floyd was loaded into the ambulance, and there was no point in trying to reason with them anymore because they had just killed somebody.
So in terms of the time that you were there, you have no idea what those officers were doing on the side of the car, right?
Saying the officers that I couldn't see from my vantage point, is that what you're asking?
Right. You
Right,
don't know what they were doing.
I couldn't see the two junior officers, except for maybe like their shoulders up.
And so it's fair to say you don't know what they were doing.
Correct.
You don't know what they were talking about.
The two of them, no.
And there was, again, you described a fairly large crowd, 10, 12 people that were all in that general area. And several people were yelling, right?
Right.
And some people were yelling louder than others, right?
Right.
And a lot of people were saying things like, get off of him, right?
Right.
And a lot of people, you yourself, were saying, I want to know what his pulse is,
Yeah.
right? And some people were swearing.
Absolutely.
And would you describe other people's demeanors as upset or angry?
I don't know if you've seen anybody be killed, but it's upsetting.
The answer is
Yes, I was just going to object, Your Honor.
as argumentative, and you can proceed. We are outside the hearing of the jury. Ms. Hanson, I'm advising you, do not argue with counsel, and specifically, do not argue with the court.
Is the cameras off? Are the cameras off?
No, they are not. We are on the record.
Okay.
You will not argue with the court. You will not argue with counsel. They have the right to ask questions. Your job is to answer them.
I was finishing my answer.
I will determine when your answer is done.
Okay, well,
And so, do not argue with the court. Do not argue with counsel. Answer the questions. Do not volunteer information that is not requested. The attorneys for the state have redirect. They can ask you questions if they think that certain things were left out.
okay.
It is counsel's prerogative to ask you leading questions and for you to answer those and not volunteer additional information.
Okay.
Are we clear on this?
We're clear.
Thank you. Come back tomorrow at 9:30.
All right.